South Melbourne is only 5 minutes from the city of Melbourne. The South Melbourne Business Association is a non-profit organisation overseen by local business people. The association, supported by the City of Port Phillip, plays a key role in improving and promoting the area. Andrew Scawen is president of the SMBA. First of all, Andrew, welcome.
Thank you, Mike, and welcome to South Melbourne.
What a great place. You've made it rain. We have the perfect light, but not so dry, and we all need rain at this time of the year. Tell us about the association. How did it actually start?
Well, the SMBA was founded probably 5 years ago. It was conceptualised through the City of Port Phillip, as you say. The council imposes a marketing rate on all the businesses in the area, and that's how we draw our funds.
So tell us about the South Melbourne precinct. What comes under the SMBA's umbrella?
Well, I guess as you can see behind us, Clarendon Street forms the spine of South Melbourne. We extend from Market Street to the south all the way through to Albert Road in the other end, and we go from Cecil Street that way down to Moray Street. So it covers essentially the prime business area within South Melbourne itself.
South Melbourne's a unique area. Tell us about some of the challenges that face businesses throughout your whole precinct.
Well, it is a fascinating area, Mike, as you know. I mean, our biggest challenge is how to represent the diversity of all the businesses fairly and equitably. We have 5 or 6 distinct business precincts within the area. There's the Homewares precinct in Coventry Street, for example. We have the Clarendon Centre behind us and all the independent shops on Clarendon Street. We've got the French Quarter in Park Street, for example, with some quite niche businesses there. And of course, South Melbourne's home to some of the biggest advertising agencies, media hubs, creative industry and the like. So we need to promote all of those businesses, not just retail.
It's an area that's growing too. For example, right behind us we have this beautiful building with Coles, the new Coles there. Yeah. Tell us about that, and also around the corner we also have Safeway near the market.
Yeah, look, it's very exciting to see this development, the Clarendon Centre. We've got Coles supermarket back, a couple of high street big brand name stores moving in as well. And as you mentioned before, the Safeway Centre is home to the Spotlight Centre. We've got a recreation gym there. The Safeway there is a fantastic fit out. It's got concrete floors. It's one of the biggest Safeways in Victoria.
Okay, South Melbourne, you've been here for how many years with your business?
I've been a businessman in South Melbourne for 10 years now.
So what changes have you seen, and what are some of the direction of, say, the South Melbourne area? Where do you see it heading?
Well, we've seen a number of changes over the years. Some things couldn't happen quick enough, and other things, change is life, you know, it's inevitable. But I guess the loss of the smaller independent stores and the moving in of larger brand names is welcome in a sense, because it puts South Melbourne on the map. I do believe that's a challenge in order to attract other people to the area.
Okay, we've talked about challenges. What do you see the main challenge for South Melbourne and its all your members?
Well, again, I think obviously the SMBA can provide a number of roles, whether it's marketing help, financial help, through advice and peer groups, mentoring. And then again, our key prime responsibility, I guess, is to market and promote the precinct. So it's how do we, or South Melbourne, rise above the plethora of other marketing initiatives from other areas, whether it's a Chapel Street or a Chadstone or the city.
You mentioned Chapel Street, the city, Chadstone, you've got Port Melbourne around the corner.
Yep.
What makes South Melbourne different from these other areas? I mean, they've all got businesses there, they've all got residential surrounding it. So what sets South Melbourne apart from the rest?
Well, I think, you know, as I say, I've been here for 10 years, and I think the one thing that keeps coming back to me is that it's a good, honest, hard-working suburb. You know, we have a lovely village atmosphere here, very unique, you know, picturesque, maybe not quite today, but, you know, we've got these wonderful awnings, we've got the tree-lined streets. So I think the individual businesses, the owner-operators of all the businesses make it unique, I believe.
So then why is the SMBA so important to local business throughout the area?
Well, I do believe, as you say, you know, every man's an island, and sometimes a group of individuals with a common interest can all work together sometimes. And I certainly believe the SMBA can be anything from a social glue through to, you know, a powerful lobby group with the council, for example, you know, whether that's to do with parking issues, street cleaning, a number of variety of things where our members can use the association for their betterment.
And even though an issue may seem small to somebody else, to that particular business, it's an important part of business. And for them to get hold of, say, the SMBA. Okay, if they want to get hold of the SMBA, or somebody wants to find out more about South Melbourne via the SMBA, how do they do that?
Well, we do have a website, although that's under construction. That's the www.southmelbourne.com. All our numbers and names are on that, and they'll also get in touch with us through the Council Assist line at the City of Port Phillip.
Or just basically ask somebody in the one of the retailers.
Walk into a shop. Everybody knows everybody else.
So in a word, Andrew, how would you describe South Melbourne? One word only.
Unique.
Andrew, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike, and thanks for coming today.
And thank you for making it rain. We need the rain.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, sir.